we got some tea to spill today. Welcome back to the Mass Fashion Week channel. My name is Megan. I'm the CEO and founder of Mass Fashion Week. And let's get chatting. Maybe not spill the tea, maybe spill the coffee. If you haven't had a banana coffee yet, you're missing out. But let's get into it. Everybody's always asking, what is the difference about Mass Fashion Week? What makes Mass Fashion Week so special? What even is Mass Fashion Week? Well, let me tell you. Mass Fashion Week is an education program, but it is also a fashion week. So it's two separate entities together, which makes us very different because a lot of fashion shows will have day of casting, sometimes day of fitting, or have a fitting 2 weeks before. It'll be a fashion show and then it's over. And so we like to add education to the foundation of everything. So a little background is that I started Mass Fashion Week when I was 23 and I am a trained teacher. I love teaching. Started teaching when I turned 21 and I started teaching K through 12. So I taught 6th, 7th, and 8th graders for about 2 years. I taught them business and financial literacy. And then I ended up working in higher education. I became an assistant director of admissions, and I helped folks get into their graduate programs. But at night, at 23 years old, I started becoming a professor. So I taught marketing, website development, advanced marketing, business, things like that. So I've been teaching business, marketing, strategy for the past, wow, I don't want to age myself, like 5 years? Blech. 5 years. But unfortunately, sometimes with education, specifically K through 12, you get put into boxes, and I did not want to put myself in a box anymore. So I created a business that was a safe place for me to be a model and also educate. So that is what Mass Fashion Week is. It's education, modeling, and entrepreneurship put together, which just means the world to me that people believe in that, enjoy it, and come back to it. But let's get a little bit deeper. What a lot of folks don't know is I'm getting my PhD in educational law, primarily because I feel like education is super inequitable, super inaccessible. And so another big piece of Mass Fashion Week is creating affordable and accessible education. So the education program, I take about 50 models per season. So that's typically 4 to 5 months, provide them a free education. So they'll have 8 to 10 hours in-person training. So runway training. We'll also do headshots. So they have portfolio builders. They'll also get media after the fashion show. So they'll have runway shots, headshots. They'll also have content throughout the season of their walks for their social media, again, to build a portfolio for them to go and grow. Some of them come back as ambassadors. What ambassadors are? There are veteran models who then become mentors and teach the newer models. I wanted to create a mentorship program because I think education can continue to grow and cycle and contribute to the fashion and creative community, right? So again, making sure education continues to cycle. But it also gives the mentors and the ambassadors opportunities for leadership, public speaking, event engagement, and community engagement. So again, we're not only providing them portfolio builders, but we're also providing them skills that are transferable to modeling, to workplace, to creative endeavors. So within those 8 to 10 hours, we give them all the foundational runway technique skills, but throughout the 4 to 5 months, we're messaging them weekly with skills, with advice, with mentorship. We're also providing them opportunities to come to classes, either free or discounted. So again, constant education. The other thing is if there's, for instance, a photographer who says, I need a model for this, we're just sending them opportunities in the group chat to make sure they're taking advantage of opportunities that continue to build their portfolio. However, this season, we did get a lot of sponsors for the model package and then sponsors in general. So again, they got to work on building UGC, that sponsored user-generated content, to, again, build their portfolio more and more. By the end of the 4 months, it's time for Fashion Week. And so their Fashion Week's in a way like a final exam. And so they get to put all their skills to the test on the runway, which is really, really fun. But it's really cool to see the growth throughout the season, from casting when I have their first video that I have for them, and I also have their last videos. So soon they'll be getting their finale videos, and I'm just so excited for them to see their own growth. The other side of Mass Fashion Week, the actual Fashion Week portion, what a lot of folks don't know about me is I was the first girl born in 32 years. So I'm born of a family of all male entrepreneurs, which is really cool because I definitely believe I have that entrepreneurial spirit, but I also seen struggles with entrepreneurship. So in the Fashion Week portion of Mass Fashion Week, I try to bring a lot of light and opportunities for entrepreneurs. So especially designers who are looking to put their pieces on the runway, and build that portfolio. That's an opportunity for them. I'll also invite them to additional events. This season, we had a designer panel at the Creator Roundtable, so we got to have their work on display. They also talked about their pieces, which was pretty cool. Sometimes our hosts will actually buy some of their pieces or have sponsored looks from them. So again, continued opportunities, and some of them even vend their pieces. We had one designer said that his sales went up 90% after Mass Fashion Week, which just made me feel so good because again, my goal is to, of course, bring them revenue and sales, but also build them a community that is loyal to them and constantly goes back and shops with them. Plus, our designers are fire. Same thing applies to vendors. I'd love for everybody to just buy from small businesses, contribute to the creative community. So we do have vendor spots at Mass Fashion Week. My goal is to really make an impact for models, for creative education, and also for entrepreneurs as well. So a little bit about Mass Fashion Week and the model program. Something that was new this season that I absolutely adored was we created the first ever Creator Squad program. So the Creator Squad program, they don't necessarily have to be a model or designer. They can just be somebody who likes to shoot content. Doesn't even have to be on a professional camera, just really looking for organic phone content. And they come to the Mass Fashion Week events for free, and they come and just shoot their point of view. I think it's important to showcase that Mass Fashion Week is for everybody. It's really a launch pad for people to meet someone new, learn something new, maybe even sell some pieces, meet a potential collaborator, and most importantly, grow together. So part of the Creator Squad is to show the different point of views from different people, so people feel that Mass Fashion Week is a space for them. But it's also really cool to see the Creator Squad's content because everybody's so different. Everybody shoots content differently. Everybody even voiceovers differently. So it's really cool to see how the content comes out because I really just give them free range to do whatever their heart desires. Because again, I want it to be their point of view. So it's really, really cool to have a Creator Squad and also provide opportunities for content creators to build their portfolios. So that's a little bit about Mass Fashion Week. If you haven't followed us on social media already, what are you doing? Make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and subscribe on YouTube. If you haven't done it already, you should check out our merch at massfashionweek.com. We're also having season 6 castings in January, so make sure you sign up if you're interested in being part of the Creator Squad. Designers, styling, vendors, whatever you can think of, put it in our form in the bio of our Instagram. I can't wait to see y'all very, very soon. Thanks for tuning into this video. I appreciate y'all. Bye.